Hey guys, CruiseNickX back with more Final Fantasy XIV goodness. Sorry it took me so long to get back here, but I needed a good bit of liquor inside of me to kinda frickin' to counteract the bullshittery that we just went through. So alright, so when we last left off, we had just found Hildibrand, gentleman, fucking whatever, I don't care. We found Hildibrand, basically. He's back. He thought he was a zombie, but no, he's not. He's not. He's just full of, Alright, let's get to it. Verily, it could be naught else. Somewhere nearby, dastardly doings are afoot, and only I can thwart them. Copious quantities of sand, unbearable heat. Aha! The Sagoli Desert. I'd bet my life on it. Which means Ul'dah is but a short trek away. Yes, it all fits. Only that den of iniquity could so violently trigger my keen investigator sense. Fear not, law-abiding citizens. Inspector Hildibrand shall soon deliver you from evil. All the liquor in the world cannot frickin' temper me from this bullshittery. Alright. Anyways, let's see.
Beg your pardon? You wish to question me as to the whereabouts of that deviant running about town dressed in rags? Do I look like a reporter from the Mithril Edge? I do not consort with perverts.
Yeah, not a pervert. Just, a guy trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. What? You're looking for a half-naked Highlander who likes to catch criminals. I think I'd remember a thing like that. If you do manage to find this inspector friend of yours, tell him to do something about that goddamn duelist me mate's cousin's kid's best friend lost his blade the other day to that bastard. I kinda phrased that wrong. Sorry lad, but if it's information you want, you'd be best by going to Wymond. The only rumors I've heard are those about the weapon thief. Calls himself a duelist or so I hear. But when you don't allow your opponents to refuse, well... Alright, let's go see Wyman then. All this tomfuckery is gonna be a real drag. I take it you've dealt with that zombie problem, eh? So do tell, just why were they dressing up like dandies? Wymond! Aye! Wymond! All almighty bugger me with a bleeding spear! The dead have risen, and they're walking the streets of Ulda! No need for melodrama, my good man. As you can see, reports of my death were greatly exaggerated.
It's true. He's not a zombie. I checked.
You do seem to be hale and healthy. Which, begs the question, how in the seven hells did you survive that fall? Why question divine providence? What matters is that Eorzea's champion has returned, and that he, and by that I mean I, shall bring this thieving duelist to justice. Heard about that, did you? Might be harder than you think. Even I've got no inkling of that fellow's current whereabouts. Inconceivable! I refuse to believe that the ever-inquisitive, ever-ambiguous, ever-reliable Wymond is without a single shred of information, even one of dubious relevance. Well, I make no promises, mind you, but there was some talk of a fair maiden what said her most. This knave assaulted a young woman as well? The audacity! I should fly to her side at... Why, if it isn't a gentleman from the Sagoli? A serendipitous encounter indeed. Unless you too seek the belligerent duelist. Capital! It will be invigorating to engage in a friendly battle of wits. Already the spirit of competition fills me. Come, Nashu, we must away! Damn it, Hildy. I ain't told you the lass's name yet. This is gonna be a drag. Well, Bayan, you might as well go after him. He'll be disappointed if you don't. The lady in question is named Yellow Moon. She's a woman with a taste for the finer things in life. Safe to say you'll find her getting fitted for something in the Weavers Guild most every day. Good luck with the inspecting, Inspector. Alright, we'll take the Aetheryte to frickin'...
My beloved pure heart was unlike any wand you'd ever seen. Elegant, refined, the perfect accessory for any cultured woman. You will bring it back to me, won't you?
A priceless possession callously ripped from the hands of its owner? The lady weeps. The wind bears her sorrow to his ears. What gentleman could hear this clarion call and not beg the honor of championing her cause?
What in the world?
I swear to you here and now, I, Hildibrand, agent of Enquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, shall scour all creation, from the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens, for your pure heart.
What he said.
And you, my fellow servant of justice, I see your instincts are not to be underestimated, having guided you to this fair maiden's side. Now then, Miss Moon, what can you tell us of the theft?
Theft, sir, to be precise. My pure heart was only the most recent item to be taken from me. I'm certain I had it when I left home the other day. After I browsed the latest fashions at Sunsilk and took in a match at the Colosseum, I realized it was gone.
So the time and the location of the theft are unknown. Essential details without which we cannot solve the case. But there is one logical course of action, Miss Moon. To coax the hidden clues from your memories, we must reenact that fateful day's excursion to Sunsilk Tapestries. Oh boy. This is powerful tomfuckery at work right now. Should have taken Aetheryte Plaza, but, you know. Miss Moon, would you be so kind as to describe your visit in detail on the day in question?
Nothing unusual happened, but if you insist, I was pondering whether or not to purchase a new dress when a man approached me and confessed his undying love. What sort of man says that to a complete stranger, I ask you? Naturally, I was taken aback. I dropped my purse, in shock, not intentionally, on his foot, and he cried out in pain and fled.
If I may be so bold, Miss Moon, that strikes me as a most unusual happening. In any case, it appears to be completely unrelated to the theft. Let's next proceed to the Colosseum and see what you remember. This is bullshittery at its finest. Bullshittery at its finest. Once again, Miss Moon, if you would be so kind as to tell us what you remember.
Well, like before, nothing unusual happened. I felt like gambling that day and was debating on which match to observe, when a gladiator approached me from behind and confessed his undying love. Naturally, I was taken aback. I whirled back out and struck the man in the face with my purse. In shock, not intentionally. Unfortunately, since I was carrying a tremendous sum of money, my purse weighed but 60 ponzes. And the blow was enough to render him unconscious.
120 ponzes? Miss Moon, you are a remarkably strong woman. Which is precisely why you were targeted. Oh, it's so obvious in hindsight. The thief bore you a grudge. No, it's more than that. He hated you with a passion.
There sure are a lot of giant crates in order. At the Weavers Guild, at Sunset Tapestries, and here too.
What do you got, Nashu?
These crates are everywhere, Bayan. I wonder what's inside. But I don't see how we can open... Ah, of course! I still have plenty of explosives. Here, why don't you try? It'll be fun!
This is very good. Out of every crime rests a single unassailable truth, reached only by navigating a web of falsehoods and contradictions. Hearken to me now, for the shepherd leads his flock. I shall guide you to my irrefutable conclusion. A gladiator professes feelings not only to be rejected and physically assaulted in response, wounding his pride as a warrior and man, resenting her prowess, whilst recognizing his weakness, he carries out a more feasible vengeance. He robs Miss Yellow Moon of her weapon, the Pure Heart.
Inspector, we found the Pure Heart. These men sneaking around the town, hiding wooden crates, had it.
It's not what you think. We're not thieves. We're devotees. Yellow Moon is our sun and stars. We only wish to keep her safe from harm. And
Should she misplace an item from time to time, we collect it. For safekeeping, nothing untoward. You deviants were behind all the thefts. All this time you've been stalking me. What nerve?
Ah, such unbridled beauty, such righteous indignation. We should be glad to accept the goddess's punishment. Goddess? Devotees? Ah, but of course. That I had to inspect those crates was a stroke of genius indeed. As I was elucidating but a moment ago, these fiends are obviously the ones responsible for the recent rash of weapon thefts, as those thefts
are carried out by a single individual, you imbecile. Lest you've forgotten, the culprit is a duelist. He only claims his victims' weapons after defeating them in single combat. If your powers of observation are as great as you claim, you should have deduced that those buffoons in boxes were incapable of such. I should know. I'm a reporter for the Mystical Eye. My name is Ellie, and I've been investigating these incidents for weeks.
Inspector Hildibrand, gentleman investigator and agent of Enquiry. Oh, sorry, didn't know.
Inspector Hildibrand, gentleman investigator and agent of Enquiry, I presume? You're looking well for a dead man. Would you like to meet one of the duelist's victims? I'll introduce you with pleasure.
You would be willing to share such precious information with me? Your generosity is commendable, Miss Ellie. May this mark the beginning of a long and beautiful friendship.
Yes, very good. The name of the man is... Huh? Well, where in the bloody hell do you think you're going? I haven't told you anything yet.
Yeah, if there's one thing Hildibrand is noticeable for doing, it's running. Alright. Oh, I don't even have my... I forgot to plug in the, I was wondering why I was hearing things so lightly.
I suppose, since you're the imbecile's friend, you intend to help him. The man you want is an adventurer named Humphrey. At present, he can be found at the Golden Bazaar. With luck, the good inspector may find his way there by the time you arrive. If not, then so be it. I wonder what will happen when he discovers that the victim is a perpetrator as well.
Where's the Golden Bazaar again? Oh, in Eastern Thanalan. Oh wait, the Golden Bazaar, that's right. I'm dumb. Alright. We're almost there. We're almost there. Here we go. I am Humphrey. And you are? At last I've caught up with you. Who? You there, youngster. I'm told you are the victim of a marauding duelist. Me? A victim? How amusing. You amuse me. True, I was challenged by the duelist not long ago, but where he thought to find a whelp, he found a warrior of light instead. Aye, I defend my honor and my blade. See for yourself.
You mean you won? That's amazing. That's amazing.
Well, it was nothing compared to what I faced at Cotonou. Magitech to the right of us, Magitech to the left of us, stuck in the middle with Master Liu, who we were. God, he was a dab hand with the old magic he was. I tried to save him, of course, but there's a limit to how many giant beasts a man can...
That man is no warrior of light. Tell him, Eleazar. Tell them how he lost and surrendered a sword that was not his own.
Liar! Scoundrel! I trusted that bastard with me father's blade. Bid him take it to a smithy for restoration. Even gave him guild to pay for it. Then he comes crawling back, sniveling and begging for forgiveness for losing it in a duel. As if that's enough to set things right. Look at me, you bleeding whoreson. Look at me! Me flowing golden locks are no more. I've gone bald from the stress and heartbreak. I swear to everything holy. At your face I'll reckoning if you don't bring her back to me. All right. He beat the shite out of me and took the old man's sword. I used the guild to pay the Sharujaron. I have no idea where he or the sword is. What am I supposed to do, huh? I can't give him what I don't have. Unless you help me find the sword. That's what you'll do, right? Help people?
Have you no shame? First you claim a legacy not your own, then you beg others to help you with with problems of your own making. You will refuse this man, won't you, Inspector?
And what of Eleazar's flowing golden locks? How will forsaking young Humphrey help the man he has wronged? We shall begin our search for the sword by questioning the people of the Golden Bazaar.
Antique swords? Oh, I haven't the foggiest about that. That traveling merchant Jajampa is the one you might speak with, assuming he hasn't left.
Eleazar's sword? Wasn't much to look at, but at least it was authentic. More than a few collectors have been tricked into purchasing counterfeit relics.
That boy should be ashamed of himself, robbing poor Eleazar of a priceless family heirloom. Just goes to show you can never trust an adventurer who claims to be a warrior of light. Thieves and tricksters, the lot of them. It may not be the most honorable solution, but mayhap you should consider giving Eleazar a counterfeit blade. If this deception brings him peace in his final days, would it be so wrong?
Now, where is this asshole? I'm afraid I have no knowledge of an ancient sword. At least not of one I can guarantee to be authentic. You see, as my wares determine... any wares I determine to be of dubious origins, I immediately discard on the spring east of Camp Drybone. Though I have no swords for sale at the present, I may have disposed of a facsimile similar in design to the one you describe. This presents a quandary. Though I am loath to deceive an honorable man like Eleazar, a well-intentioned ruse may put his heart at ease, thus spurring the rejuvenation of his flowing golden locks, whilst we continue to search for the genuine article.
Well, if it's the sword in that thing, I won't remain here for long. It's one of the more convenient sources of fresh water for the common folk in Camp Drybone.
You should endeavor to be more optimistic, Ellie. Like me. I say we search the spring first before declaring all to be lost. Alright. Who's next? Am I getting there again? Oh yeah, Camp Drybone, Alright. Alright. Let's get to the desert before I pass out. Here it is. It occurs to me that I am not fully recovered from my accumulated injuries. It would not be prudent to immerse my body in water, not without first coating it with the liberal application of salamander oil. That is, indeed, on many occasions my dearest mother tended to my childhood scrapes just so. You understand the importance of physical rehabilitation, yes? Then you can assist me by pouring the oil all over my body. The body is but an instrument of an occasional need of oiling. So come, my friend, come and oil me up. Ah, this comforting scent, as though I am a child in her arms. Quickly now, before it dries. Eat the butter oil into my aching flesh. Oh, we actually have to do this? Ah, the pain multiples manifold. Gently now, gently. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Yes. At last. My muscles slacken and soften. The warmth spreads. The pain becomes pleasure. Ah, never before have I reached such splendid ministrations. Now then, into the spring. Look, you as well, my good man. Alright, let's see. Oh, where am I going? There it is. Oh, man. Man, my friend Ray really loosened me up a bit. You've been productive. Excellent. May I see what you found? Oh, no sign of the sword Jumpa mentioned, I see. Not screaming.
Now I'm all wet. What was that anyway? Did something cause you to...
Once again, my instincts have guided us to our quarry. That I had you search that section of the spring was a stroke of... I sneezed.
Inspector, it's bad for your health to conduct investigations in those clothes. I'll go to Ulda and fetch you some new ones.
How thoughtful of you, Nashu. While you're there, purchase a few bottles of hair tonic for Eleazar as well. The newest, most potent blend you can find. Isn't it wonderful, my dear friend? Soon Eleazar's woes will be no more. Alright, let's head back to Eleazar. Oh, man. Alright, I am going the right way.
Helly.
Oh. Oh, hey, Kevin. We're just finishing up this last quest before I go to bed. Oh, man, I'm tired. I was hoping for a couple more live streams. Before the night was over. Why am I not riding my chocobo?
Damn. I've been outside.
Yeah, well, you get to see the last of it. Oh, sorry. As I promised, I return to you your father's ancient blade. Aye, it is her. Every chip and scratch is just as I remember. God's bless ye, sir.
I never expected you would go to such lengths for two strangers without thought of reward. Altruism is a rare trait these days.
'Tis common enough if you know where to look. A gentleman recognizes the good in every soul, and understands that none deserve to be forsaken.
Spoken like a true gentleman, though your garments may beg to differ. Inspector, I brought you a large change of clothing. I also bought a supply of tonic from this peddler I met in Perline.
Excellent work, Nashu. If you would just bring me that case. Oh, whoops. I didn't see what...
Inspector! Inspector Hildibrand?
There appears to be something lodged in my forehead. Could it be a missive from an adoring admirer? The author neglected to pen her name. I shall come to claim the collector's blade. Is that supposed to be flattering?
No, you! It's supposed to be intimidating. The duelist wrote this. He's daring you to stop them.
Oh, that goofy face. A challenge? For me? Ho, at last the curtain rises. Very well. If I am the duelist, I must dress for the occasion. Too bright. I, Hildibrand, agent of Enquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, accept your challenge. He's incredible. So bold, so majestic, just like a warrior of light. No, a gentleman of light.
He is exceptionally something. Car, Inspector Hildibrand, you look amazing!
Hildibrand. This is far from the strongest of swords. Blue, blue skies in the rolling desert. How much longer must I seek the blade of legend? Alright. Quest complete. Challenge accepted, my worthy opponent. You shall not claim the blade. With my, let's call it what it is, genius, I shall bring you to justice. Wait, you wish to do it with weapons, not wits? This bridge hardly seems appropriate for such an epic battle. Hildibrand will return in the 3 collectors.
Hey, I know that spear. That's the one I found buried with the pumpkins. Pumpkins sort of remind me of... No, it's gone. Never mind.
Yeah. Yeah, you best believe I am not looking forward to returning to this tomfuckery later in life. But until next time, we're gonna get right back down to storyline content. We might do a few of the additional dungeons that, we kind of missed or neglected to do in the next few videos, but we'll play it by ear. I'm not in any mood to be freaking dealing with any more Final Fantasy tonight, so I'm gonna lay my head in bed and call it a night. So I'll see you all in the next video. Cruisnik X out.